I planned a calm, aesthetic Sunday reset. The kind where you wake up early and have your life together. Yeah, that didn't happen. I snoozed my alarm, scrolled way longer than I should have, and still somehow decided today would be productive. And honestly, it kind of worked. So, this is a realistic Sunday reset. Good morning or good afternoon, or whatever time it is when you wake up after snoozing your alarm 6 times and pretending each time that this snooze is the last one. Now you might be wondering, why is this girl literally shouting into a microphone for a faceless YouTube channel? And to that I say, just because it is faceless does not mean the energy is going anywhere. You cannot see my face, but you will absolutely feel my presence. So I woke up, stared at the ceiling for solid 2 minutes doing absolutely nothing, and then slowly turned my head to look at my room. It's one of those moments where you see the mess. You acknowledge it, and then you immediately decide you're not ready to deal with it yet. Now, a normal person would get up and start cleaning, but I'm not a normal person before food and Instagram. So I did what a reasonable woman in her 20s would do. I opened Instagram for just 2 minutes. 45 minutes later, I had watched cooking videos, random reels, a girl's entire Europe trip, a dog doing something hilarious, and a video about why should all be drinking more water. Did I drink water? No. Did I learn things? Unclear. Did time disappear? Absolutely. Okay, I physically put the phone down and decided the day must begin. And for me, the day cannot begin without food. Non negotiable. I don't make decisions on an empty stomach. I don't have opinions on an empty stomach. I barely exist on an empty stomach. Honestly, dosa never lets me down. It's like that one friend who always shows up, unlike my productivity, which is still loading. After eating, I had that brief but magical window where I felt like I had my entire life together. You know that feeling? It lasts about 11 minutes after a good meal. I had to use it wisely. So I grabbed a sticky note and wrote my to do list. Not too long, not too ambitious, just enough to feel organized without giving myself anxiety. The key is to write things you were going to do anyway so you can cross them off and feel accomplished. That's the strategy and I'm sticking to it. I always start with the smallest task because it tricks my brain into thinking I'm very productive. First up, cleaning my comb and my powder brush. Now I know this sounds very unglamorous for a vlog moment, but hear me out. The satisfaction of cleaning a dirty brush is underrated. It looks disgusting going in, and then it comes out looking brand new for you, and you feel like you've restored something precious. I highly recommend. Feeling unstoppable after the brush, I attacked the rest of the room. I started with full confidence, like, yes, everything is going to be sorted and color coded and beautiful. The room started looking like an actual room. I don't know the science behind it, but I am a different woman now. And this different woman is hungry now, and the cutlet idea entered her brain and could not ignore it. I'm not someone who follows recipes strictly. I go fully by feel. A little of this, some of that, confident eyeballing of everything. It works most of the time. The other times are a story for another day. Honestly, the whole process is so calming. Chopping the vegetables, mixing them, shaping. It's repetitive in the best way. Your hands are busy, but your mind just drifts. I actually think this is my version of meditation. I was also snacking throughout the entire process, obviously. Before the mixing, during mixing, after the mixing, and I call it quality testing. It's a very important and very professional step, and I will not be taking questions on this. Then comes the shaping part where things get interesting. Some of my cutlets came out perfectly round, smooth, beautiful, like little works of art, and some of them looked like they had a rough week. A little uneven, a little chaotic, clearly going through something. And honestly, chaotic ones were more. But here's the thing, the round ones and the struggling one tasted exactly the same. Absolutely incredible. Hot, crispy, perfectly spiced. And honestly, that's the only thing that matters. We don't judge cutlets by their appearance in this kitchen. Everyone is welcome here. After all that cleaning, cooking, and eating, I decided my body deserved some love. I set up a food soak and sat down. And honestly, this might be the most peaceful 3 minutes of my entire week. If you have never done this, please do it. It costs nothing, it takes no effort, and you feel like you're at a spa. Tiny luxury, maximum satisfaction. Then it was full self care mode. Rosemary spray for hair, detan scrub, the whole thing. I don't always do this, and if I do it, I make sure I feel good. And then a shower. Truly one of the greatest inventions in the history of human civilization. Bad mood, shower. Tired, shower. Overwhelmed, shower. Don't know what decision to make in life, stand under the hot water for 10 minutes, and suddenly everything becomes clearer. It's basically free therapy. And the pre shower to post shower transformation is something I will never get over. You go in as one person and you come out as a completely different, significantly better version of yourself. It's like a system reset for your entire body and brain. Pre shower me was someone who had cooked 2 meals, cleaned a whole room, done skincare, soaked her feet, and was running on dosa energy. Respectable, but a little tired. Post shower me, she's fresh. She's smelling amazing. Her skin is glowing from the scrub. Her hair is done. She has opinions and plans and energies. She's ready to sit at her desk and actually be productive. She has her entire life together. Same person, just 30 minutes apart. Shower did that. I also genuinely believe that some of my best thoughts happen in the shower. Today I was standing there and suddenly had 3 video ideas, solved a problem I had been thinking for 2 days, and mentally redecorated my entire room. None of that would have happened without a shower. See? Greatest invention. New person energy activator. Let's get to work. I sat at my desk, fixed my setup, got my water bottle, adjusted my chair, fixed the setup again, and then actually opened my laptop. The pre-work ritual is very important, okay? You cannot just sit down and start. There is a process. First up, I opened my course and I got into studying mode. And can I just say, there is something genuinely so satisfying about learning something new on a Sunday? Like the rest of the world is either sleeping in or panicking about Monday, and here I am, improving myself, investing in my growth, becoming a better version of myself with every passing minute. I am that girl. Or maybe I can just think I am. And I was logged in today. Properly logged in. No phone, face down on the table, no Instagram temptation, no random thoughts about what to eat next. Just me, the course, my notes, and a water bottle that I kept sipping very seriously because I was absolutely in my main character era. I looked like I was studying for something extremely important in a movie montage. All I needed was a lofi playlist and a time lapse, and it would have been cinematic. I actually took notes too, which felt very adult of me. Writing things down, pausing, rewinding, actually absorbing the content. Not just having it play in the background while I did 17 other things. No, real, focused, intentional learning. I was honestly proud of myself. After finishing the course section, I switched gears and moved into video editing, which is a completely different type of brain activity. Studying uses one part of your brain, editing uses a whole other part entirely. Editing requires you to be so present. Every single cut, every transition, the pacing, the audio levels, the color, the text, every tiny detail matters, and you have to make 100 small decisions every few minutes. It sounds exhausting and sometimes it is, but when you're in the flow, it doesn't feel like work at all. And today I was in the flow, like fully, completely, deeply in it. You know that state where you're so absorbed in what you're doing that the outside world just stops existing for a bit? No notifications, no hunger, no awareness of time, just you and the work. That was me today. I looked up at one point thinking maybe 30 minutes had passed. It had been 1 hour 40 minutes. An hour and 40 minutes just disappeared, and I didn't even feel it. That's when you know something is going well. When time stops feeling like time and just becomes this thing that quietly moves in the background while you're busy being in your element. Editing is such a specific kind of work though. People who don't edit videos don't fully understand what it involves, and I get it. From the outside, it looks like you're just sitting and watching your own clips on a screen. But it is so much more than that. Every single decision matters. Where do you cut? How long does this clip stay on the screen? Does this transition feel smooth? Or does it feel jarring? Is the audio level consistent? Does the pacing feel too fast? Too slow? Or just right? Does this section hold the viewer's attention? Or does it drag? You're making hundreds of decisions. Hundreds of micro decisions every few minutes, and each one affects how the final video feels. I want to be honest with you guys, I'm still learning. Like genuinely, actively, every single day learning. Editing is a skill, and I'm not going to pretend I have it all figured out. Every video I make, I notice something new. A transition that could have been smoother. A cut that was a second too long. A section that lost energy. I'm learning what works, what doesn't, what feels right for my style and my channel. And to be more honest, I have recorded the clippings for 40 minutes. And look what I ended up with. Just a 15 minutes video for you guys. And the algorithm? Don't even get me started. That's the whole separate course in itself. I'm studying that too. But let's leave that aside for now. But here's the thing, I actually enjoy learning the process. Yes, it takes a lot. Yes, some days it feels overwhelming, and yes, I watch other creators and wonder how they make it look so easy. But every time I understand something new. Every time a video does a little better than the last one, every time I improve even slightly, it feels so worth it. Some days, editing feels like the longest task in the world. Every clip feels wrong, every transition feels off, and you're just sitting there questioning every creative decision you've made in your entire life. We've all been there. But then there are days like today where everything just clicks. The cut feels right, the pacing feels good, and you're actually enjoying the process. Today was one of those days, and I did not take it for granted even for a second. By the time I closed my laptop and sat back, I just stayed still for a moment. Not reaching for my phone, not thinking about what to do next, just sitting there and letting the accomplishment settle. Because I think we rush past that feeling too quickly sometimes. We finish something and immediately move to the next task without actually acknowledging what we just did. So I gave myself that moment today. I looked at my to-do list and saw actual things crossed off, not vague busy tasks, real things. I studied something that is going to make me better at what I do. I edited a video that is going to go out into the world and hopefully make someone's day a little better or a little more entertaining. I am still learning, still figuring things out, still very much a work in progress. And I think that's completely okay because every single video is teaching me something. Every Sunday like this one is moving me forward. I learned something, I created something, I showed up for my channel even when nobody is watching it yet. And that right there, that is what a good Sunday looks like to me. Not perfect, not overloaded, not trying to do everything at once. Just intentional, just consistent, just enough to close the day feeling like you showed up for yourself for something you genuinely care about. That is the whole point. And that will always be the whole point. After sitting for way too long, I needed to move my body. So I rolled out the yoga mat, put on a stretching video on the TV, and just followed along. Nothing intense, just slow, simple stretches. But genuinely, even 10 minutes of this makes such a difference. You feel lighter, less stiff, more human. I always forget how good this feels and then I do it. And I'm like, why didn't I do it every single day? Then I went up to the terrace and this is honestly my favorite part of the day. I watered the plants, walked around a bit, just existed outside for a few minutes. After a while, me and my mom headed out for a walk to my friend's place. And then we reached and the carrom board came out. Now this is where things got serious. I got the red pawn, 25 points, straight into my pocket. And yes, I won. To close out the day after I came home, I sat down and did some journaling. Nothing heavy, just writing down how the day went, what felt good, what I'm thinking about. It's such a nice way to end the day, like you're closing a tab properly instead of just leaving everything open in your head. And honestly, today was really good. Nothing big happened, no grand plans, no major achievements, just a regular Sunday done well. Clean room, good food, some actual work done, self-care, fresh air, and a carrom win that I will honestly be talking about for the rest of the week. But really, when I sit back and look at this day, nothing extraordinary happened. Nobody gave me an award. I didn't have some big breakthrough moment. I just took care of myself, showed up for my space, my body, my work, and the people I love. And somehow, that feels like more than enough. So if you had a slow day today, a simple day, a day where nothing big happened, I hope this video reminded you that it's completely okay. Actually, more than okay. Those days are everything. So yeah, that was my day. I feel like I got a decent amount done and had some fun along the way. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you stayed till the end, drop a red heart in the comments so I know you're the real one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.